What is going on, guys? Katelyn Macias here, and today we're going to talk about how you can start your own successful photography business and how to find clients. Super excited. I have so many tips and so much advice for you guys, but first we're going to roll that intro and then we're going to get right into it. Alright, so jumping right into it. First tip, first thing you want to do to start your own photography business, get business cards. Now, I say this because there's actually like a marketing strategy that you can do with business cards, and that is put business cards in people's mailboxes and their cars. Now, let's say you don't really have any money, go to Staples, get 500 business cards for $20. And if you still can't afford $20, go to $10. Get fewer business cards, $5, I mean, whatever it is, just put in as much as you can, but get some business cards, then go to people's cars, like in a parking lot, movie theater, it doesn't matter where, and go to people's houses and put it in mailboxes. Now, why do I say this? Well, let's say you have 500 business cards or 200 business cards or whatever it might be, and you're putting those business cards in people's houses or mailboxes and their cars. What are the chances that just one person would need a photographer? I would say the chances are pretty high. Or one person who has a business and they need some product photos or whatever it might be. Well, now you just got one. All you need is one client to make all of your money back, because those business cards only cost $20 and a photography gig is going to be, $50, $75, $100, $150, $200, maybe even more, depending on the type of job that it is. So get yourself some business cards and put them on strangers' mailboxes and cars and houses or whatever it might be. You can also go around to different businesses and ask them like, hey, do you mind if I put a few business cards out on your table, your front counter? Also use business cards to give to your friends. So obviously tell all of your friends and family, hey, I now have a photography business. If you guys need, some services, or if you know someone, like, feel free to reach out to me or whatever. But then also give your family and friends like 10 business cards and be like, do you mind handing these out for me to your friends or your family, or other people you might know or think that they need a photographer. So business cards is a really, 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 really good way to get your name out there and start kind of spreading and marketing your name and your brand and yourself. I also talked about this in my how to find clients and market yourself and make money in photography video, but I'm emphasizing again in this video because it's probably the biggest marketing strategy that has worked for me personally. Nothing else has been more successful than my business cards. Tip number 2, let's say you do find one client, whether it's a family or a friend or a business or just a complete stranger. Make sure that that is a recurring client, which means give it your all, go above and beyond, maybe even give them a little discount at first and tell them like, hey, your first time 10% off, and if you like my work, then in the future we can connect again and I can do some more, photo shoots for you guys, whatever it might be. Now you have a recurring customer. Now if that person wants family photos or engagement photos, or they just came out with a new brand of themselves or a new clothing line or something, they want you to take their product photos, like, you need to build a relationship with every single one of your clients. Right now I have 2 recurring clients. One of them is just photo shoots for his Instagram, but I always do such a great job and I give him discounts and all this. We have a really good relationship, so he always comes back to me for his photos. Another one is actually with a church. This church just keeps hiring me to make them promotional videos and do photo shoots for them, and just a whole bunch of stuff. Their basketball travel team, I go and do highlight videos for them because I have a relationship with this church, and I give them discounts. And so make sure whenever you do get a client, build a relationship with them. It's not just business. Build like a friendship almost with them, like a superficial friendship. I'm not saying you guys are gonna go and tell each other your personal life details and confide in them. No, okay? But form a friendship, be friendly with them, be polite and nice, and just be very likable, because that person will come back to you. So guys, form recurring customers. Don't just get one customer and be like, all right, I'm done with you, never see you again. The next thing you need to do is get a website, and you do not need to spend money on this. Yeah, there's things like Squarespace, which is amazing. I love Squarespace, but they cost money. If you can't afford that, start with free services like Wix and WordPress. I think even has like a free website maker, or just go to Google. Google will make a website for you for free. And this is also the next tip I'm going to talk about is get yourself on Google. If you type in photographer near me, you will see me pop up and I don't even have a building, I don't have a studio. It's just my name and my contact information. because I verified myself on Google Business. So just go to Google, type in Google Business, go to the Google business website, literally just register yourself as a business on Google, and then that's how you also find the option to make a website. So go on Google, put in your name, put in that you're a photographer, put in your phone number, your email, which I highly recommend making a work email. Like I have a photography email. I don't use my personal email for photography business because you get, you lose emails or you miss an email. It just gets really messy. So put in your work email, your phone number, and verify yourself on Google. So when people type in photographers near me, you pop up. And that is another great way to market yourself because people are constantly Googling photographer near me or videographer near me if you're a filmmaker, whatever it might be. So make sure you get yourself on Google. And again, you don't need to have a fancy website or anything like that. You don't even need a website to be verified on Google. All you need is a name and a phone number. And you can also put some of your work, you can put some of your pictures and stuff on Google as well so people can see, your skills and if they like your work or not, but definitely verify yourself on Google. So far we have business cards, putting them in mailboxes and cards. We have forming recurring clients and forming relationships with your clients so they are recurring clients. And we have getting verified on Google and showing up on Google and putting yourself out there and making a website on Google. That is the bulk, the meat, so to say, of this video. But I have some tips for you guys that will make those things actually be successful. For example, let's say you are trying to form a relationship with a client so they can be like a consistent client. Well, how exactly do you really do that? So these are some tips that you guys can implement words into the things that I just talked about. So tip number 1 is sometimes you just gotta work for free. Now what I mean by this, well, let's say you go to a church or you go to like a gym like Planet Fitness or whatever, you go to someone and they're kind of hesitant. They're like, yeah, I mean, I do want photos and I do need photos, but I don't know, I can't really afford it right now, blah, 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 whatever it might be. Offer either a huge discount, like, well, I'll give you 50% off the first photo shoot, or give it to them for free, whether it's just a few free photos or a whole free photo shoot. Give it to them for free because number 1, if you do this for free and they love your work, well, now you have a customer. But let's say they tell you, I don't know if I can really afford it and I'm kind of on the fence, and you're like, all right, well, just let me know. They never get back to you because they couldn't afford it, too expensive, or they found someone cheaper, whatever it is. Well, that person is never gonna see your work, and now you don't have a client, you don't have a customer. But if you do it for free, you just formed a relationship with that person. They're obviously gonna be highly appreciative. And if they love your work, they're like, we just found our photographer. Like, I want you to do everything for me. Your work is incredible. You were super nice, understanding. You gave me this for free. Like, I want to work with you. So sometimes you're going to have to do free work or discounted work or whatever it might be, and that is okay. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that before, that most photographers start working for free off the bat and then they start charging clients, or their first session is free and then after that it's charged or whatever it might be. So don't be afraid to work for free. It's not a waste of time because you're working on your skills and you're forming a relationship with that person. So work for free first. Also go above and beyond. For example, my clients, if they want, I actually put their photos on a thumb drive because some of them don't like it emailed. So just find ways to go above and beyond. Maybe you include like a little personal thank you note or a little gift or whatever it might be. Maybe you throw in a few extra photos for them. Maybe a few extra edits, whatever. Always try to go above and beyond for your clients because you're not like some big photography business company yet. Like you are literally just gonna have a few clients. Like I started off with one client, the guy that wanted me to do his social media photos, and then I started getting a few more clients and then a few more, and now I have a few recurring ones, and my family members are all asking me to do family photo shoots for them and stuff. So you're not gonna start off with a bunch of clients, but in order to get a bunch of clients, you're gonna have to go above and beyond and start working for free and things like that. That is gonna get your name out there and it's gonna form really good relationships with your clients. Also, tip number 3 is be timely, and I don't know if that's really the right wording or not, but I mean, definitely be on time for the photo shoots. Don't be late and stuff. Actually show up early so you can prepare and stuff. But with editing photos, nobody wants to receive their photos 2 months later or a month later. Like, try to max to be 2 weeks. Now, if it's a video, that's different. Like a wedding video, that's kind of hard to get done in 2 weeks, especially if you have multiple projects. I'm talking about photos. Try to get the photos back to the client in a timely manner. Like my turnaround time is 3 to 5 days. And honestly, most of the times I have their photos back in like 2 to 3 days. So try to get their photos to the client in a timely manner because they need those for their business or they want to hang up photos on their wall. Like people aren't very patient nowadays. So try to work with them and try to get their photos to them in a timely manner. And then lastly, guys, the last tip I have for you, do bulk shooting. This is probably one of the easiest ways to find clients. Basically, you just go on Facebook. Facebook will probably be the best place for this. I wouldn't recommend doing this on Instagram. So go to Facebook and just send out a post. Hey, this Saturday, $35 headshots from 11 to 6. And you get 10 people lined up at like 10 to 20 minute slots. That is $350. If you charge $35 for a headshot and you get 10 people to sign up, literally that's $350. And I recommend, honestly, if it's like a headshot or something like that, like going at $50, or you can do a family photo. Like, hey, come get 3 family photos, 20-minute time slot, $50. Do you know how expensive family photos are? We had to pay our photographer $300 for family photos, and we only got 15 photos. So if you post on Facebook $50 for 3 family photos, you will get at least a few people sign up for that. Make sure you're scheduling people in bulk, like 10, 15, 20 people in one day in short time increments, like 20-minute slots, and then you just edit those photos, send them out, and boom, you just made $500 in one day, $800, $1,000 in one day. And the reason this gets a lot of clients and attracts people is because they're usually discounted. Like for example, headshots are usually $75 to $100. So if you want professional or like business headshots, you know, for LinkedIn or whatever, okay, well, this Saturday it's only $50 or $25 or whatever it might be. Or like I said, you can try it with family photos. You can try it with like, I don't know, couple photos or like Instagram, whatever you take pictures of. Do bulk shooting, short time increments, a discounted price, and you're gonna make a boat ton of money. So guys, hopefully those tips helped you, especially like the business card one. If you've kind of been stuck and trying to find clients, looking for a while now, you still haven't found any, that I really think is going to help you guys a lot and really just skyrocket your business. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. It really helps me out a lot more than you guys might think. And I'll see you guys in the next video.